Well, hello, Slackers. Welcome back to Serious Slack with Sirius Blaq. I am the host, Sirius Blaq, and today I'm here to react, but I'm also here to talk about comic books because y'all know I love comic books. And with that in mind, I have two very special guests in the house. I have, wow, for the second time, I have writer, creator Robert Jeffrey II, and we have illustrator Sean Damian Hill. What's up, y'all?
Hey,
What's going on?
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to have you back on the show, Rob. Sean, I've been wanting to get you on the show for a minute, so I'm glad that I got to tap you for this. And yeah, let's get into it, y'all. Let's talk to my audience, which I call the Slack Pack. Let's tell them what we're doing here today. So today, and I don't know if y'all saw in the news, but music artist Shaboozey is not only coming out with a new album, but a brand new three-part comic book. And guess who is part of the creative team for making that comic book? That's right, it's these guys. So we're going to talk about the comic project itself, the Outlaw CHERIE. But first, I want to make sure you know who you're dealing with. And so, first up, I'd like to talk about some of the books that Robert has created, and we can start with this one, which is one of my favorites, Changa and the Jade Obelisk. And if you wouldn't mind, just I've got the synopsis up there, but I want to hear your voice tell the people what this is about.
Yeah. So Changa and the Jade Obelisk is actually an adaptation of a novel of the same name, written by Milton Davis of MV Media Publishing. Shout out.
Shout out
Um,
Milton.
yeah, shout out to Milton. And the story focuses on a pirate, a 15th century pirate captain, or just a ship captain named Changa, and he and his crew are tasked with obtaining a mythical object called the Jade Obelisk. And if they aren't able to take control of it, the world as we know it will just fall. Just and so it has a vibe of a little bit of Sinbad of the Seven Seas mixed in with. I always tell people a little bit of Black Panther. And the
Yep.
really cool thing about this is that it has its basis in the actual maritime history of the East Africa or East Coast of Africa. So the brainchild of Milton as a novel, I was brought on to adapt it into a comic book, and the comic book is published by 133 Art Publishing, which is brainchild of Jason and Kimmy Reeves. Shout out to the power couple,
Shout out to the Reeves.
to the Reeves family. So really cool series. If you like swashbuckling action with magic and just a lot of great action, definitely worth checking out.
Okay, word up, word up. As somebody who has read a lot of Changa issues or any issues that have been available, that was a pretty good, accurate description. It's like you know what you're talking about or something.
I try
Yeah,
to.
good job, man. Um, Next, I want to move over to some of Sean's work,
Mhm.
and these are just some of the covers that I saw on your website, and it looks like you've been all over the place too. Um,
Yeah, I
so,
need
yeah,
to.
any tidbits you can share about any of the creative process for any of these, or something exciting you wish to share? Or,
I'll start with my earliest cover. My earliest cover is that Death Force from Xenoscope Entertainment. It's
yeah,
that was a surprise because I think at this point I don't think I had ever been asked to do a cover before for anything. It was I like the company I worked for literally before that was Terminus Media, and
okay,
that's me and Robert both come from there, and
Yeah.
I started doing work for Xenoscope. They're probably like the first official publisher I'd done any work for that had like, like 3 week deadlines and all that stuff. And
mm-hmm.
so I had to get used to that, and that was issue three. That was like maybe one of probably my second favorite cover that I did for them.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a
I
great
wish I
cover.
drew. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
It's
you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Um let's see, the undiscovered country ones for s- they were doing like a separate book called Destiny Man, and it was It was for a friend of mine that had his own comic shop up in Canada, and so this is like an exclusive variant cover. Um,
Damn. Okay.
and it was, I love the concept, so I was gonna just do everything I can to put my foot in it, and I like twisting like normal cultural iconography, and there's nothing more like widespread than American iconography here. So um,
Facts.
just putting this crazy megalomaniac, insane person in a in a position where he thinks he's like George Washington and stuff like that. Even though
Yeah.
I got my feelings about George Washington, but whatever.
Yeah. Don't we
Um,
all?
it's uh so I was just I really had a lot of fun with this. This is probably the first cover that I like did everything on. I like penciled, ink, colored, everything.
I think my favorite
Um,
part is the Red Sea, with the boulders on 'em with the skulls. Like, because I know what
Yeah.
picture this is. It's the George Washington picture, but I was like, this is hilarious
yeah,
because
yeah,
this is great.
yeah. It's
Um,
I grew up a big horror fan, so like you're gonna leave me to draw anything long enough, and there's gonna be some kind of horrible element that I'm just gonna push in there at some point. So
okay, see now I'm gonna go
um,
back and look because I have
yeah,
a lot of your books too. I have this Marvel Voices book, and but
yeah.
I have some of your other stuff too, and I'm gonna go look for these horror elements. So
Sometimes it's entire scenes I like lift out of an old horror movie or something, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I can use this angle.
that's what's
Um,
up.
it's oh, I could say this now because it's been years, but on when I was doing when I was helping out with Blood Syndicate, there was a few graffiti pieces on the wall that were completely inspired by internet horror stuff that I was super into at the time. So I would just
Okay.
change the logo a bit and stuff like that. And but if anyone who gets it and was into it and was a weirdo like me, they'd be like, "Hey, this looks like so and so." I'd be like, "It is." Um, like, it's like I just changed it. This but yeah,
That's what's up.
uh, yeah. Marvel Voices Luke Cage. That's probably
Yeah.
my favorite cover. I think that's the only cover I did for Marvel. Um, and they were really comfortable asking me to stick to like interior, so I was really surprised they asked me to do that. Um, but I think the editor at the time really wanted me to do like a published Luke Cage piece. And like I won't get into it, but it's like some past discrepancies going on with that. But they were like really wanting me to do it, so just like, oh man, I get a chance to do this, absolutely. And so I probably over planned that cover. Um,
I mean, but look
I-
at the detail.
Yeah, that's what I was
oh
gonna
yeah,
say. Yeah, like
yeah,
it's amazing. Like
Right? Like that's Luke Cage smashing the shit out of something. Like for real. It's
yeah. Colors were by Paris Lane, inks were by Oren Jr. and I've been blessed in this business to like I've never had a bad anchor like my whole career, even in indies. Like my first anchor was Don Hillman the second. Like it's from Terminus Media. Like I've never had a bad anchor. Like so that I'm
that
really
does
happy with how
matter.
that cover turned out. Yeah.
That does matter. I mean, I don't think enough credit also goes to inkers, pencilers,
Oh
letterers.
yeah.
Like
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't. It
they
doesn't.
deserve
It's
their flowers.
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's entire projects get saved on the backs of colorists and letterers, to be
yeah,
honest. Like they are the ones literally pushing it down the door of a printer to get
hmm
it out on time. When when the penciler botches the whole deadline or whatever. Um and oh, icon of hardware. I've like many kids of my ethnicity. I I was a huge fan of Milestone growing up, so
Yeah. Same.
getting the chance to do this
hmm
cover for DC was incredible.
Yeah.
This version of it is actually my second attempt at it, like because I botched it the first time. I don't know what my
What?
issue was.
yeah,
Yeah, because I forgot to draw. I was supposed to draw like hardware in the picture, and I forgot. I don't know how. Um, and I'm like halfway through. I'm starting to do like final line work, and I'm like, oh, you know, uh, and sent it to editor Marquise over at DC. He was just like,
Hey
yeah, that's
man.
not it. And I was like, but he gave me another chance, so I got to redraw it,
Okay.
and yeah,
Well, at least the end result is dope. Okay.
Yeah.
yes,
You
yeah,
know. And I like the homage to the old school covers, and
Yeah.
with the even with the
yeah.
font and the yeah, I really dig it.
I love homage covers.
Yeah, me too. Although I gotta say, like, I do want people to stop making that Akira homage cover
Oh
at this
well,
point.
yeah,
Like,
because it in some contexts it just looks dumb.
Well,
It's
right?
like
I was gonna suggest an Akira homage cover for the Outlaw Sherry Lee, and see. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, I was like,
no.
no way. I know you. I
If
know
I'm
you
left to
messing
do
with me.
that, yeah. If I ever had to do that, I would. Man, I don't know. I would try to flip it in some kind of way. So
Yeah.
like it feels like
Okay.
we do it the exact same way.
Okay, but to be fair though, other homage covers that I did like was like there wasn't it, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a retcon Back to the Future like thing?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
did
that
for
was
133
Yeah.
art. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was
Okay.
fun. That
Yeah,
was
that
fun.
was dope. I like
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
Okay, let's get into a little bit of why we're here today, which, well, obviously to get to know you guys. But you guys have been pulled onto this project with Shaboozey. So,
Yeah.
uh, how the hell did that happen?
Um, it all started out with an email. And if there's any advice I can give any artist, writer, and comics is have a website. There's a lot of things that I see
Facts.
creators and comics doing, and it's like it's like basic wisdom and literally any other business venture, and it's just not happening. But have a website,
Mm,
some place where somebody can contact you directly that isn't like completely dependent on like another like if Facebook shuts down tomorrow,
right,
like kind of
exactly.
deal, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so I got a email randomly from a company called Range Literary Publishing, and they were telling me they were starting an endeavor called Range Comics,
Okay.
and they had already. At first, when I read it, I was just like, "Oh, this is like gonna be like probably a new indie imprint or something like that." They probably don't have anything published, but they did. They had collaborated previously with Johnny Depp,
yeah.
and
Oh, that was them? Okay.
yeah, yeah, and they were doing the High comic, and they that looked incredible to me. I was wondering where that had gone, but it turns out it's they just sold out. But
Mm,
they
what
had
happens?
yeah, they were contacting me about a project that I can't talk about yet because it didn't happen yet. So
Okay.
but and I'm not sure if they were um I'm pretty sure they had other things they were talking about behind the scenes that I had no idea of. But this particular one came up because, and then they just asked me like, "Hey, have you ever drawn anything like Western before?" And I was just like, "Yes, I did the Hate It with David Walker, and
Yes, you did.
it's on my website, like
It's
and
on my wall.
oh yes, and it's and I do love westerns. I do listen to country music occasionally. I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan and Highwayman and Chris Christopherson stuff like that. So
I was
yeah,
literally just listening to their songs, one of their songs last night.
yeah,
I kid you
it's
not. And Waylon Jennings. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it's and I get looked at weird by family members, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Um, it was they were saying they may have like a western project coming up, but they couldn't tell me exactly what it was, so I just sent them like a couple of different pages from the Hate It,
Mm-hmm.
and and they got back to me and gave me more details after a like full disclosure agreement. And they were just like, "Hey, can you sign?" I was like, "What?"
Wow.
It's like just it was like okay, sure. Um, I don't talk about nothing that ain't published anyway, but it's they told me it was they were developing something with Shaboozey, and I was just like, what?
Like, for real?
I was like, in my mind, I was like, no, you're not. Like, there ain't nobody.
Right.
Like, he's a country music singer. He ain't making no comics. But
It
the
is kind of out of left field for me. I was like,
yeah,
word? Okay.
yeah,
I'm here for
it's
it.
yeah. I really didn't know what to expect, to be honest. Um, and so they sent me the script, and it was like I really expected this to be like really broken up, like really not developed well, just like an idea, some bare bones kind of stuff. But it was like a full script. It was like
Wow.
literally like if they wanted to make a movie, they could literally start shooting. They
Yeah.
could literally start.
Damn.
It was a full script. It was she was pretty much created the characters and the concept and all that, and then he worked with writer Xavier Enos to actually like write out the full screenplay,
Okay.
and I read through it as fast as I could. It took me forever. I think it took me like 2 or 3 days or something like that. All day of those 2 days because it was long. But I thought it was really, really good, and I was surprised at how good it was, and I was surprised at how like well developed the idea was, and so as soon as I was done, I was just like, well, actually, I don't even think I waited till I was done reading it. I think I was just like, yeah, I'm in. Um, and
Mm-hmm.
so, because the characters was like really, really well developed, and everybody had their own. Every character had their own motif, their own thing. Like it wasn't like random bad guy in the back or whatever. It was
Like,
like
what
Young
happened to this
Guns.
person?
Yeah,
We showed them
yeah.
and
It
they
was
said
like
hello and then disappeared for the rest of the 3 issues. No.
yes, yes. Like everybody had their own character, their own gimmick, everything. It was just like um it was like watching Young Guns or Young Guns 2 or something like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
where you got Doc or you have like Chavez and stuff like that, and it was just like it's like oh my god, I gotta do this. So um they said absolutely you're in. Only thing is you got to think of a team. So just like, do you know any other creators? And I was just like, I absolutely do. Um, and I sent the whole list of creators that were. It was Robert was like the one I was saying trying to. I was really hoping it would go for because I was just like he actually does this. Like he can
Mm-hmm.
adapt stuff. He does it like all the time. It wouldn't be a sweat. He's a good writer. He's very creative. He's really smart. So and this I put his name at the top of the list, just hoping to God they will pay attention to him first, and then everybody else I was just like this is like colorists, letterers, stuff like that, and they contacted whom like who they wanted. Usually when I do that, I don't have any hope that they're gonna choose who I
Right.
put. But thankfully she got back to me and she was just like, yeah, we got Robert. He's writing the script. I was like, oh yes, yeah. That,
What a
but
great
that's
team. What a great team. Rob, let me ask you. Like, so
Yeah.
obviously you got pulled in,
Hmm.
and like yeah, as Sean said, you do this all the time. Was this experience any different for you adapting this script as opposed to some of the other ones you've worked on in the past?
Um, it was different because of the scope, and because my part of the story is like I think I got an email from Range, and then I immediately hit up Sean, and I was like, "Who this?" It was the thing. Like, I'm just
Who this?
I'm just being real. Like it's
Like,
just
this your
yeah.
man's?
So yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So I
yeah.
confirmed that they were things were good, and when it was explained to me, I was just like, okay, yeah, I've done this with like Changa, like I mentioned. So in this case, it's a film script to comic to a comic book, and but like I said, I think that for me the scope was like the biggest thing because we're working with a well-known celebrity and bringing his vision to life. And as with any client, you don't want to half step, but this is like, this is the type of story that's being reported in the Hollywood Reporter. So it's
exactly,
just like,
yeah.
So it's just like you want to make sure that you bring your A game. So I felt confident that I could do it. It was just a matter of breaking, pulling from the script, what would work best, in the comic, and also kind of, one of the things I think I've gotten adept with is taking off the extra meat, the extra, like I say, if like you cooking some greens and you want that turkey meat to slide right off the bone, so that type of thing. So that's kind of where my mind immediately went after, I got the script and everything was explained to me, and they were asking like how many issues are we shooting for, and it was just like we break it down into these 3 acts or these 3, we can get 3 issues of really good material out of it. So my mind kept going back to, once again, the work that I've done on Changa with adapting this novel into, at this point, I think we're shooting for like 4 or 5 issues, actually 5 issues for the Changa project. So that's, so I was like, I got it, right? So I don't want to sound like I was overly confident, but it's gotten to the point now where if I just can set up an outline for myself, either page by page or issue by issue, I have a good framework to follow, and it's just a matter of just kind of bringing in the core of the story, what's going to work and what's not going to work. So long-winded way of saying, I was ready. I was ready to get in there. I told somebody today, I was just like, just open the door. And once I get through, I can show y'all I'm capable of doing it, because I have been doing it. So, but yeah, major credit to Jason and Milton for giving me the shot with Changa, with adapting this. And also, always give a shout out to Luke Foster, who was the editor of a Western anthology called 8 Gunshots. And that's where I got experience with writing a Western story. So I was able to, when I was contacted by Range, I was like, I have experience with doing this type of adaptation, but then also with writing Westerns. And also, like, I'm a huge fan of the deconstructionists, or the Westerns, sort of like Deadwood, or Unforgiven, or the Man with No Name trilogy, or like 310 the Yuma, or like The Harder They Fall, where these aren't good people. they're complicated, right? There's a lot going on, and I think what Shaboozey has done with bringing this world together has been very just in that vein. And the script that he and Xavier wrote kind of furthers that. Like, this isn't the John Wayne. This is like pre The Searchers, right?
Okay.
I'm taking it back. Like, we're before that, when at least in those Westerns, the heroes always wore white, and the bad guys wore the dark colors. But like, I'm Unforgiven era, right? Where Gene Hackman was wearing the darker character colors throughout the movie, and was supposedly the hero for this. He was supposed to be like the sheriff, but it was just like, no, it's not that clean cut. So so yeah, like I said, I spent some time with the script, got a chance to kind of see what we could do with it, and the rest is at least history right now.
I mean, to be honest, it is called the Outlaw Cherry Lee. I'm expecting some outlaw behavior. I don't think he's just gonna be singing songs and, like, entertaining the town or anything. Somebody getting shot, I'm sure.
He don't sing one song. He just shoots people. Like,
why aren't you clapping? No. I want to talk more about your work, because you got so first of all, Slack Pack, bear with us if you stuck with us this far. We're talking a lot because, for real, both of these guys, between the two of them, have a lot of books of which I own too, and I'm going to show up some more of those. but we're gonna watch a video first. And I'm gonna cue that up. I did put together a little playlist for us to peruse. So let's get into that. This one, well, first of all, before we get into it, are you guys very familiar with his music work?
Yeah. So,
Yes.
like for many years, I had a regular job while I was doing comics until like maybe the last year or so. And I was pretty much like an assistant manager at arts retail store, Blaq Art Materials in DC. And so, um, I don't think there'd be a day that go by that I didn't hear at least 3 to 5 songs
Okay.
from him. But you know, so I knew who he was. I just, when I got the project, I just didn't think.
Well, how about that? That's amazing. What about you, Rob?
So for me, Cowboy Carter was my first introduction,
Okay.
and then looking into more so like singles that I know. I became like more familiar with like singles of his.
Hmm.
Um, y'all were talking about in your connection with country music. For me, it was like Garth Brooks and like Kenny Rogers. The occasional
Mm.
song that would come on. But
Yeah.
yeah, Cowboy Carter was my first introduction to Shaboozey.
Okay. That was my first introduction as well. To be honest, that's where I learned his name. But here's the funny
Yeah.
thing: I have had a playlist of his to watch because I haven't seen any of these videos and haven't heard many songs. So this is going to be fresh for me. And I don't know
Uh-huh.
if you guys have seen the videos, but we're going to watch them together. And the first one up is Beverly Hills. And I'm not
All right.
familiar, but I'm about to be. All right. Oh, and if you need me to pause, just say pause. And if you need me to rewind, just say rewind, and we can talk here. And don't be afraid to cuss. All right, let's do it. Here we go in three, two, one. They look like they're up to no good already.
In Beverly Hills, straight covered in grease. I'm a lone ass cowboy, stuck in my jeans. Drinking PBR, got a couple in me. Won't drive no truck if it's way too clean. Golly, goodness me. For the boot cut boys, it's always green. Come around here, better pay some heat. I run with bands, hang with thieves. Price on my head, got the law in my bank. Too many ops, I can barely keep track. Pray for a lick and you thought I was sick. Don't lose your life for a couple of rays. Ay, I feel like D-Wade, give him a heat wave. We chase him down on the freeway. Ay, don't give a fuck if it's your B-Day. I hand it off like a relay. In Beverly Hills, straight covered in grease. I'm a lone ass cowboy, stuck in my jeans. Drinking
This is a
PBR,
great
got a couple
cadence.
in me. Won't drive no truck if it's way too clean. Golly, goodness me. For the boot cut boys, it's always green. Come around here, better pay some heat. I run with bands, hang with thieves. Got a purebred race, so it's part of my creed. Got 2-6 shooters on the side of my hill. Run up on me if you tired of living. Walk in the spot. It's the outlaw. And I got a few words for the lawman. Big choppers can't do a quick draw, man. Got my feet up on the table like I own this bitch. One wrong move and let it blow in this bitch. R.I.P. Kobe, I'm ballin' like him. We made it out when the chances were slim. Said I was crazy, went out on a limb. I took an L, turned it right to a win. Me and the money, we tied at the hill. Yeah, just don't know how to count up the chips. Dance with me, baby, on double the tip. Life is a movie, I don't need a script. In Beverly Hills, straight covered in grease. I'm a lone ass cowboy, stuck in my jeans. Drinking PBR, got a couple in me. Won't drive no truck if it's way too clean. Golly, goodness me. For the boot cut boys, it's always green.
Yeah, I can
Come
see
out here,
myself
better
riding
pay
to
some
this.
heat. I run with bands, hang with thieves.
Okay. Oh, it's a short song. Okay, 2 minutes, 35 minutes.
I
You know,
think
one thing
this.
this got me thinking of, like, when I bust out laughing because of the sheriff who got tied up. You ever notice that, like, in a lot of like Western like productions about Western things or whatever, like the sheriff always be the most inept motherfucker ever, and I'm like, how
Yeah.
did you get this job? How did you get to be the sheriff? Because that dude there, like, I'm not saying that scrawny dudes can't be tough, but he
Oh
didn't
no,
look
I
like
thought
a sheriff to me. I don't know.
no. And I thought sheriffs were like voted or something, but
Yeah, like
I'm
you
like, who
know,
voted for that? But
Okay. So what you guys think?
I liked it.
I yeah, I love that song, but it's
Yeah.
So I've heard that song before, but
Okay.
I've never seen the music video. I wish I had before I started drawing the book. But
I was just
that's the
thinking that. I was
way.
like, this kind of really works exactly
Yeah,
for your project right
it's
now.
like I can't tell you how many like countless amounts of like clothing and guns and nonsense I had to reference just to be Uh, but
I
that's the thing
mean,
about you know
where did you end up?
reference.
Where did you end up pulling from? And Rob, did you also pull any inspiration from anything else?
Um, I'll let Sean answer first because I know
Okay.
like
Oh,
more the visual side of
um,
things.
so as far as visually,
Yeah.
I mean, not to sound funny or nothing, but it like I was a big Red Dead Redemption 2 fan, so
Okay.
I
Well,
was
since we're
like,
talking visually, let
yeah,
me go ahead and put this up here. There we go.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that and I've listened to country music before, so I do know that there's a certain amount of like um mythic iconography, like here in
Yeah.
this page here, I'm trying to think about like Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse kind of stuff,
Yep.
Oh, that
like
makes
Johnny,
okay.
yeah, like Johnny Cash when the men comes around and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to push towards that direction. I wanted to feel like it's these dark entities of judgment like coming down on the town and stuff like that.
No,
Um,
I mean I feel that. I mean, well, also like look at this face.
oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
Some of the concepts I had for the cover. It's just like um I'm trying to make this character feel like sinister because it's just like
Oh,
I know they have like a personal reasoning, a very interesting personal reasoning of why they live the way they live, but it's like objectively this is not a good person.
yeah.
So I
I
want
mean,
people to
real
feel
talk.
uncomfortable.
I do think you did a good job of making him look menacing because, like, I'm not like no shade to him or nothing like that. But if I was in a western town and this dude walked up to me and said anything, I would immediately be like, "Hey, man, I don't got no money." You like, but tell you what, let me join you, and then we can go get some money together. No, never mind.
Yeah, you feel like you can negotiate with them,
A
like
little
talking
bit.
to Shaboozey directly. You feel like it's not a bad guy. I could probably.
Oh,
But
so wait. So Shaboozey's not a bad guy because obviously y'all talked, but Cherry Lee is probably a bad guy a little bit, right?
well, Boozy in the comics is not a good
No,
Yeah.
guy.
no,
He is not.
he's
He
not
is
in.
not.
Okay,
Yeah. But
Yeah, he
yeah.
is. Yeah, he is not. He's in my opinion, it's a lot of scenes in the comic where he just kind of comes off as like cold and calculating, and
Mhm.
he's just like,
so he's that
Yeah.
kind of outlaw. Got it.
yeah, he's like
Okay,
distant emotionally. Like a lot of his decisions are not not like very emotional decisions, but they are like
He has a plan.
the yeah the
Yep.
but the results sometimes those pants seem extreme. It's
Yeah.
like, why does this whole town have to burn? um, just so, like, the whole
I got to make
town.
a point. You know.
That's the thing. He does have a point. He's trying to make about life and about things. He's like, it's like, what if Tyler Durden from Fight Club was in a western
Oh
and he was
my
black and he was dealing with the life of being a black outlaw in the old west.
man, I would just
You
be
know
mad all the
that
time.
Yep.
yeah forever. Forever.
Just mad
No
all the time.
reconciliation.
What say you, Rob?
I think for me, some of the vibe wise, some of the westerns I had mentioned before,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, this is a little bit more grittier. This is a little bit more, serious in tone, and it's a little complicated, right?
Yeah.
You gave the example of, Sean gave the example of like, let's rob the town, but then let's burn it down, right? You know, it's just, you know, it's kind of,
But
it's like,
also, yeah.
right, it's like excessive, but you know, there's this, you know, there's a
and
rationale,
poison the whales.
right?
Yeah.
There's a rationale at least
Oh,
to
sorry.
Boozy, you know, the character for doing what he does. The other thing that I think about, like when I think of westerns, is like I'm a big space opera fan, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so I like this idea of like this expansive, you know, rolling place of nothingness, right? So when we have those scenes that are set outside the, you know, the small towns, and actually the towns are like engulfed by just desert and grassland and canyons, and you know, my mind went to those like visuals that um that would kind of, you know, evoke this like feeling of like kind of a wasteland or whatever, but it's
Mm,
like a beautiful wasteland. So you know, I think there's an opening scene in here where in the script where we're just at a stream or brook in between these canyons, and there are deers, and there was just something about that was just like, man, I just want to go there and chill and vibe,
mm.
and you know, it's beautiful, and then gunshots, and I was like, okay,
Oh,
maybe I should go, right? So it's so my it's like a balance of the, you know, kind of the darkness of the Wild West
mm-hmm.
balanced against like this quiet beauty, you know, that I at least want to bring forward when I'm writing the script. You know, the characters are complicated. Everything is not straightforward, you know, with the people that are in the story. Cherie Lee, our, you know, I guess quote unquote protagonist, her
Yeah, I was gonna say,
voyage.
how rough is she? Because I was reading the synopsis.
She's a rough lady. She is a, you know, she is a product of the environment in which she's raised. But it's this thing of like where we see her journey, you
Okay.
know, and we definitely will say that she is not at the same place that she began at, you know,
Nope.
without,
Mm,
yeah, without giving too much away. So once again, that's what I like about writing characters with complexity, right? I think it definitely is fun at times to write, you know, you know, I'm obviously a villain and I'm going to monologue, you know, and that, and now I'm the hero, and you know,
right.
that's fun. But most of the stuff I've written, you don't get that, you know, with at least with the characters, and this is just kind of one addition, you know, another opportunity to um, play with those complexities, at least, you know, with what I wanted to, you know, bring to the script, or you know, yeah, what I wanted to bring to the story.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for answering that, fellas. We're gonna move on to doing another video because I want to give the other people what they want as well, and then I want to get back into some comic talk.
All right.
So we're gonna move on to the second video, which seems to be, what's this one called, fellas? Cowgirl.
Yeah.
Okay, you know this one too.
Yeah. Just,
Look,
yeah.
we got a pro here. All right, here we go. 5 days after the death of Sheriff Lee. Interesting.
hmm Yeah. It's part of the. It's part of the story. It's
Okay.
part of the,
Yeah,
you know, the
Yeah, I
ecosystem.
I purposely chose some when I was choosing videos. I chose some of the older ones, and this is one of the newer ones, and I'm kind of intermingling them. So
well, one
because I wanted to get a taste.
one point I
Hmm.
was going to make about the previous song,
Yeah,
when Shaboozey kept mentioning Boot Cut Boys, I was just like, yeah, I know that, I know. He was like, I know, you know, so because those are, you know, characters from the first issue or from the series. So yeah.
that's awesome. Okay, man, it all ties together. Okay,
Hmm.
here we go. Okay, I'm ready
I
now.
wish I
I
used
guess.
that.
Probably should've
Sorry, all this stuff is just shot
Yes.
so beautifully.
I know. I was gonna say that too. The cinematography has been super dope so far. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Look at that guy. Oh shit! Okay.
No comment.
Yep. God, I see the gears rolling. I see the gears in your head.
That's hilarious. Hey man, you better chill. You gonna get shot right through that nice coat.
Girl, shake your face, let me see your hand. Got another bar song for you and all your friends. Shooters gotta shoot, so I gotta take a chance. Girl, go on, throw your boots on, thank me in advance. Hey, meet me on the dance floor, 2 steps to the left. Girl, you found the right one. Dowdy City bitch, treat her like a 9 to 5. We ain't getting any rich. You can order what you want, girl, this tab don't ever end. We be at the bar till 6 in the morning, throwing bass shots like some whole alcoholics. Wild little cowgirl, shoot 'em up, darling, man. I wanna see you dance. Baby got something in the back, some serious. Shotgun beer, she don't even know who beer it is.
You ain't gonna make it, though.
Let me see it. Wild little cowgirl, I wanna see you dance.
Yep, there you go.
I wanna see you dance. Go ahead, back it up. You a wild little cowgirl. I wanna see you dance. Yeah, she's on the run. I'm trying to catch her. The baddest thing I ever seen, I had to ask her. Do you like whiskey when I drop some Tennessee? Girl, if you like this song, let's put it on. Hit the dance floor, 2 steps to the left. Girl, you found the right one. Shawty said it dance, we both got a lot of pride. Why not put it to the tens? Bunch of steppers in here stepping, but you know that we the best. We be at the bar till 6 in the morning, throwing bass shots like some whole alcoholics. Wild little cowgirl, shoot 'em up, darling, man.
You know, I can't lie, these Cowboys got some nice drip.
Baby got something in the back, some serious. Shotgun beer, she don't even know who beer it is, man. Let me see it. Wild little cowgirl, I wanna see you dance, goddamn. Go ahead, I wanna see you dance. Go ahead, back it up. You a wild little cowgirl, I wanna see you dance. We be at the bar till 6 in the morning, throwing bass shots like some whole alcoholics. Wild little cowgirl, shoot 'em up, darling, man. I wanna see you dance. Baby got something in the back, some serious. Shotgun beer, she don't even know who beer it is, man. Let me see it. Wild little cowgirl, I wanna see you dance, goddamn. I wanna see you dance. Go ahead, back it up. You a wild little cowgirl. I wanna see you dance.
This is a party I want to be at. That was cool. That was a nice song.
It is.
I didn't know, you know, I have no idea what to expect because I'm brand new, so I wasn't really sure. But, like, I'm glad it was a different type song from the first one we heard.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting a little, you know, a taste of everything. But that was all right, fellas. I dig it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's weird being a part of this. To be honest, it's because I mean I like concept albums. Like I think concept albums are.
I love a concept album.
You know, you see the raw creative energy of that artist just flowing. I think when I was a kid, the first concept album I probably ever was probably was it Michael Jackson.
What, the Moonwalker?
Maybe Moonwalker. Yeah.
The movie and stuff.
Yeah.
That's one I remember distinctly. And the other one for me would have to be Prince Paul's "Prince Among Thieves," where he had like everybody on it, and they did one video combining everybody, and the album was just one story. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Right,
so
but
go ahead.
the funny thing was when the video started, I could see the gears.
Oh yeah.
Turning in Sean's head.
Oh yeah, it was all in his face.
Because it's just, it's like you said, it is weird being part of something that's being brought to life in different mediums.
Right.
And I think that's the best way to put it. But yeah.
Speaking of bring to light, look at this thing. Now we're back to talking about your books, Rob. I wanted to talk about this because, like, I need people to know, like I mentioned earlier, that you've written a lot of stuff. You want to tell us about this DC showcase real quick?
Yeah. So way back when, 2017, DC Comics, they held a workshop or an opportunity to apply for a workshop on the writing and art side of things. So it was called the New Talent Workshop. DC
Oh yeah,
Comics.
okay, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I applied. I think I applied like a second time. The first year, no go. This year, yay! And I got into the workshop. There were six writers and six artists, and us writers. We were us writers. Like I'm a good writer, yay! We had a chance to virtually learn how to write comics at the DC Comics level. So we had all come with our years of experience in doing indie comics, working for other medium-sized publishers, and so forth. But Scott Snyder was, I guess, our professor or teacher, the head of our um, workshop. And each week we would learn about the different facets of writing, writing comic books. So at the end of, I want to say it was about a month and some change of the workshop, we had a chance to pitch an idea for I think our stories came out to 10 pages, 10 pager,
Mm.
which would be included in the new talent showcase, the DC Comics new talent showcase. And my story focused on John Stewart,
Yeah.
going to a far off planet and fighting back against hatred and intolerance that had taken over the planet. So it was a space opera adventure mixed in with a
Hmm.
little bit of social commentary, but it was a chance to write a space opera, which I'm a huge fan of, but also to um, write a story that focused on, I think, one of my favorite lanterns, next to um, Joe Mulling from Far Sector. So,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
but yeah, that was so. Yeah, that's that was my work with DC. It was I had a fun time writing it and learning, even more about writing. Like you said, if the opportunity presents itself, I would love to do more work with DC. But the experience was a blessing, and it opened up a lot of other doors. That I've been grateful for.
Yeah, like I said, you've been all over the place, just like our other person that's in this room today, who's who's been all over the place. In fact, I pulled up a couple of things from your website, Sean, that I wanted to ask about. So,
Yes.
one second here. I already saw that. There was another one, like, because you had some really cool splash pages on your website. Um,
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
yeah, yeah, I was digging through there. I wanted to ask about this. Oh, that's why. Okay, give me one second.
Mhm.
I have too many images in here, apparently, because I pulled so much from y'all. I was like, give me this and give me that. I want to show this. Uh, but here it is. It's coming up now. Here it is. This one,
Whew,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
man.
man.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, you got to tell me about this line work, son.
This is like one of so I'm not only a comic nerd. I'm a little bit of a Bible nerd, and so
Mm-hmm.
in context of like scholarship and history and stuff like that. And so that was I have in my head a lot of different stories that I want to tell personally, but
Okay.
one was a weird interpretation of the Jesus story, and so I instead of like starting with like the birth of Jesus and stuff like that, I wanted to start it like maybe like during his adulthood, and
Okay.
maybe incorporate like some uh Greco-Roman historic stuff in there a little bit, and some cultural stuff from the time. And there was this back then they would instead of like we all go to church and read our Bibles, do our prayers and all that stuff in the building. Back then they kind of would come outside to the temple, and any text was read out loud to the people and stuff like that. And but So this is kind of what's going on here in this story. They're kind of having like an outdoor procession, and something really really bad's about to happen. It's
I mean, it's the story of Jesus. No,
yeah, yeah. It's I wanted to.
it's gonna be
There was
bad.
this. Yeah, it was. So back then there was this this zealot group called the Sakari, and they were basically like considered to be like, I don't know, domestic terrorists. They
Oh,
wanted
really?
to, yeah, they wanted Roman occupation out of Judea, and they would occasionally start like small uprisings. They would do assassinations and stuff like that. So kind of think Assassin's Creed, only it's like
Oh, okay.
early first century Greco-Roman,
Mhm.
like the Jewish people. And so they were, I the guy in front holding the scroll is a the leading rabbi, and he is about to get assassinated by some
Yeah, I was gonna say it
Sakari.
don't look good for him.
Yeah, he
Is
is.
I don't think he gonna make it, Doug.
Yeah, I think his historically his name was like maybe I can't remember. Might have been Jonathan. I'm not sure, but it was a head of the synagogue at the time that they considered to be like a Roman plant. And so because they were just like, oh, you're not zealot, you're not a zealot enough for, you know.
Can you imagine what that must be like to be told something like that? You know, I don't think you're
Yeah,
gangster enough. I
yeah,
don't think
pretty
you're
much,
zealot enough.
pretty much. And so they in this story they're gonna kill him, and then it's gonna start a big riot. And I think during this time I had in my head that Jesus is not doing any miracles yet. He's not doing no ministry. He's just a regular
Okay.
carpenter, who's just in town for Sakat, and he's just chilling. He gets caught up in some mess. But I had crazy ideas about like what the how the Romans were going to be depicted. They were going to be in like spaceships and stuff like that, and
Oh my
armor, and
gosh.
yeah,
Oh,
it's going to
okay.
be crazy.
You know what? I would read it.
Oh,
Sounds
thank you.
good.
I
I,
think I did
I,
about maybe 10 pages of it, but it's
okay.
probably on my site. It's probably
Yeah, no, that's where hey, that's where I pulled it from. I just went to your
yeah.
site and your Instagram and was like, yeah, just give me a little bit of everything. Um, I've been hopping all over the place. I mean, speaking of which, like, back to the Sherry Lee project. I mean, look at these pages that are
Yeah.
everything's on fire.
Yeah.
Everything's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
I
that
don't know. I don't
extreme
know about
nature.
you. I don't know about you, Sean. I'm starting to
Yeah.
question. I'm just,
It's it's yeah. I like my favorite like mutant in Marvel is Magneto, and my wife sometimes gives me looks about that because
I
Magneto
mean,
can
you
be
got? Did you have a
extreme.
Magneto was right shirt?
I used I think I used to have that saved on my iPad screen for a
Yeah,
time. But
yeah, yeah.
I also thought Cyclops was right. But it was yeah, this is here I'm just trying to illustrate how especially on that first page with the horses, like how extreme and destructive uh that the boot cut boys can be. It's like, I really tried to indicate in that first panel, was like, yep, those are literally women and children
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I was
running
looking
for
at. I
their
was like,
lives.
it was, okay,
Mhm.
Like,
Rob, how did you feel about that when you had to adapt this?
I mean, it was it was all right with the story that we were telling. I mean, I'm not saying that I condone violence of any type, but um, I think this is the page right after the kids are play fighting with the guns, right?
yeah,
Um,
Okay.
we needed to hit the ground running hard, right? So when you turn the page from the previous page, it's like this kind of nice scene of these two boys, like playing cowboys and cowboy and robbers, and you see the smoke rising in the distance. And then with this page, it was just like, what's the worst way that? What's the worst thing that we can show? Fire, flames, and women and children. Because I think like this, the script calls for like the screenplay is just like mayhem happening, right? We have
Yeah.
these like moments. I mean, the thing that I love is like the boot that's in front to the right. his ankle is twisted, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, like his ankle is twisted, and that's why I like working with Sean. Like it is the details like that. You know,
See,
yeah,
Yeah, he ain't making it. He's not
I
gonna
don't
make it.
know.
So
I don't
he
know
drew, yeah,
necessarily.
he drew it in a way too that I can feel that pain. So
Yeah,
thanks for that.
yeah. That wasn't something I put in the script. That was just like, these women and children are running from this burning building, and gave that description. But that's what working with this team brings to light. So, for the purposes of the story, I love it. I love the image of the horse being like, I don't care about y'all. This is fire around me. I am leaving. I don't care who I stampede, or run over. And to finish it all up, Shaboozey is shooting a man to death who's already been shot.
I was gonna
So,
ask, like, why is he so happy looking while he's shooting somebody? Like, ha ha.
yeah.
Hey, I got some. Pardon me, got some bullets for you. Wow. Okay, so I want to move on to one more thing because we're almost at our time, and I want to make sure we get to cover a lot of this. Robert, since you were already talking about your writing process, I did want to bring up the fact that you write a lot of sci-fi too, Doug. I mean, like, yeah, I know you love a space opera, but you write a lot of sci-fi, and this is one of my favorites. So, would you tell my Slack pack about Retcon, please, and then we'll watch another video.
Yeah. So Retcon is a story about when the world discovers time travel. What do they use it for? Their own selfish means, right? So the nations of the world get in this temporal Cold War or arms race, and it fractures the Earth, our world, with these things called time quakes. And in order to save a broken future, we have to send agents, time agents, back in the past to destroy the past. So we are basically, these agents are going back to like major events in time and just kind of messing them up. So in this case, in the first issue, we send a black man back to take out, because I don't want to say the actual word, take out a certain dictator.
I can guess.
Yeah. So things like that. And the name of the agency is Retcon, and we call this a kind of Mission Impossible meets Back to the Future. So it's Afrofuturism, time travel. The thing I love about it is that the cast is mainly people that look like me, and I love a good time travel story. So, and we're also trying to save the world. We're not supporting the hero. We're not like, hey, let me just give me a high five and I'll, you go on your way. We are the ones, taking on these crazy missions. The other thing is it's the brainchild of Jason Reeves of 133 Art Publishing, and I'm just enjoying having a chance to write it.
Okay. Well, I do have several of those issues, and yeah, that's everything that you mentioned is what drew me into it. Like, it was a lot of characters look like us. Also, the design of them and their wardrobe, by the way, was also something that appealed to me. And then, of course, I just like time travel stuff. Like, I've always liked time travel stuff. It's just my jam. So,
that's my cover there on the right.
The top right.
Yeah, top right. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have that one.
Issue.
Yeah.
I think
I think so.
Yeah, we have mechs. We have mechs also. Mech suits.
Awesome. I love a good mech. No, seriously, I have a problem with mechs. Like, all my action figures collections. If it's a mech, I'm gonna buy it. Okay, we have one more video to watch, and then we will wrap up. Let me go ahead and pull that back up. I believe this one is called Born to Die.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I was correct. All right. Now, this one is only 3 months ago, so do you know this one too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at they know.
I heard the album a little early.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
They had a call and they were just like, "Hey, have you heard the album yet?" And I was just like, "No, I would love,"
Okay. Well, look, they're definitely up on me, which is obvious. It makes more sense. I mean, they are writing the comic book, and they should have heard this. That makes sense. But, like, honestly, I'm so unfamiliar with Shaboozey, but I'm having a good time. So, let's get into Born to Die so that Sean can also be inspired yet again with something that he was like, oh man, I should do this.
Yeah. See something perfect and like, why didn't I draw it like that? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Even the campus.
Who's ever filming these though is doing a really good job.
Oh, hey.
I know
Killing
that
it.
I won't live forever. I fought with death 1,000 times and I came out on top. What's one more night? Let's risk it all to chase the feeling. I'm dancing on the ceiling till the music stops. So pour some strong or don't pour it all. Cause a night like this could be the last one. So I'll drink it till my liver and my head put up a fight. I'll stay up till the sun is red and every barrel's dry. All the ones that got me here, I gathered here tonight. Raise the glass, so always living life like we ain't born to die.
I'm really appreciating the different styles he's presenting with each song.
Like we ain't born to die. Long days lead to longer nights. Make
All right,
plenty
now.
mistakes, couple wrong turns. Guess that's just life. So pour some strong or don't pour it all. Cause a night like this could be the last one. So I'll drink it till my liver and my head put up a fight. I'll stay up till
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say, don't
sun
smile too
is red
long.
and every barrel's dry. All the ones that got me here are gathered here tonight. Raise a glass, so always living life like we ain't born to die. Like we ain't born to die.
Oh damn! Wow.
So pour some strong or don't pour it all. Cause
Great
a night
voice.
like this could be the last one. So I'll drink it till my liver and my head put up a fight. I'll stay up till the sun is red and every barrel's dry. All the ones that got me here are gathered here tonight. Raise a glass, so always living life like we ain't born to drink it till my liver and my head put up a fight. I'll stay up till the sun is red and every barrel's dry. All the ones that got me here are gathered here tonight. Raise a glass, so always living life like we ain't born to die. Like we ain't born to die.
Ooh, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, it is.
That was a very nice shot. Okay, shout out to Shaboozey because this was fun. That was a good time, fellas. Thanks for agreeing to do this with me because like it was just good time. It made me move my Shaboozey reaction list up. I was like, well, I gotta do it now, and I'm glad I did because now I get to add some songs to my playlist. So
yeah. That's a
I
good
get
album.
I get songs added to my playlist, and I got a new book to look forward to because I'm gonna buy it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's good. It's good stuff, man. Like, I try to tell people this all the time, that like I'll just be real with y'all. If I don't like your work, I don't invite you on here. That's real talk. I started my YouTube channel as a hobby thing for me to talk about the passions that I love, which is mostly music, comic books, and toys. That's what I do here. And,
Yeah.
The purpose behind the show is to also get to know the creators behind the works, because I believe that's equally as important. And I love supporting creators who have not only a wide variety of work, but also have been people that are just down to earth. And honestly, if you're through reading your work, I can tell a little bit like who I'm dealing with, with the comics, but also speaking to you actually helps in that vein as well, because I'm like, yeah, I know that if I want some good sci-fi or whatever, I can count on Robert to like give me some sci-fi or something like that, because I like all of his books so far. But also having talked to him like on our last show, I know now how much big of a sci-fi nerd he is, and now that he like space operas and now he's doing westerns, then like that opens up. And then Sean, like you've done your line work has always been impressive, like period. Like even way back in the day when we met during the Walker project, I was like,
Yeah.
This guy's got something. This guy's got something.
Yeah.
I like his detail. This was fun. Is there anything you would like to tell my audience, these guys, the Slack Pack, before we get out of here?
Buy the book. I mean, you can pre-order the Outlaw, Sherry Lee at wherever books are sold.
Yeah, wherever books are sold.
I think it goes on sale. Is it August 11th or the 18th?
I think I saw something in the
I think it's the 18th.
Okay, so let's shoot for the 18th. So August 18th, pick up your copy, and just enjoy it. And also, I don't think he needs us to say this, but go out and buy Shaboozey's album. That was
that
the Outlaw Sherry Lee. Came out today. Yeah, it just came out today.
Came out today. Yeah.
So and I don't know. I mean, like as far as websites.
No, I got that covered, y'all.
You got that covered. Okay.
I got that covered. Yeah. My Slack Pack knows that in the description of this video, not only will there be both of your websites, but both your Instagrams, and if you're on Blue Sky, I'll put that on there too.
Yeah.
So
buy the book, and thank you for the support.
Well, thank you both for being here. We're gonna get out of here now, Slackers. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment below, share. Pass this one around, y'all, because this is worth it for sure. And with that, when we get out of here, I'm gonna say my usual, which is I want y'all to be safe but stay dangerous. Okay. All right, y'all. Peace to everybody.